He takes all of the initiative in loving those who are unlovable and dealing gently with those who deserved even more wrath, and sanctifying and making holy those who are poor and wretched and miserable sinners. It's that benevolent action springs out of him. There's nothing in us that moves him save for our own desperation. As the great reformer Martin Luther says, sinners are attractive because they are loved. They are not loved because they are attractive. It springs out of him and his holy motivation to bring these people back into his holy fold, you might say. But even more than that, if you can imagine, it gets better. How he determines to sanctify his great name is at the heart of the gospel. It's at the heart of the good news, at the heart of what we come here this morning on a morning like this to celebrate communion. This is what it's all about. Because you see, had judgment been the only way that people could see God's holiness, this righteous fury and severity would have never stopped. Israel's horrible and awful effects would continue. The breach of God's holiness demands a penalty as infinite as God's holiness itself. It would demand something equal to that bar, but in the divine wisdom of the one true God comes a better, a richer, a fuller demonstration of his holiness. And it's not by just exacting more punishment on his people for their unholiness. You know how it happens? It happens because he makes holy those who are utterly unholy and utterly undeserving. This is how he manifests his holiness for the world to see, by taking poor, wretched, miserable sinners and exalting them to the place of saints. Taking horrible, wretched, retributive insurrectionists and making them part of the family of God. Making them and restoring them to the glory of Eden and the fellowship that existed there. This is sort of the net result of all of those I wills. I'm going to show you more about me by bringing unholiness and making it holy, by transforming all of that sin and making it righteous. This is the mystery of redemption that reveals so much more about who our God is.